Okay. Who am I here with?
Chanel.
Chanel. Okay.
Who am I here with?
I'm behind the scenes. Okay. So you recently moved to LA from New York.
Incorrect. I've been in LA for 8 years.
But you just posted on your Instagram on Sunday that you moved to LA.
I moved to LA?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was confused because we were told that you were in LA.
Yes.
But then you just...
You know what? Thanks for telling me that. I guess I just didn't even think about I moved to LA in 2000, I just kind of wanted to talk about when you move from one place to another, it doesn't necessarily mean, all the stuff that I said,
right.
But it wasn't recent.
I actually have that quote, and it's a nice quote.
Okay.
Quote, I learned moving to a whole new world for inspiration doesn't mean you are always going to be inspired.
Correct.
Like you're not always going to be positive, happy, ecstatic, or hype. It's okay.
Yeah.
I like that. It's I think people are so desperate and hungry to do new things, but then they think they failed, but
it's a bad thing to fail.
Right, yeah. So how has your life in LA been for the past how many months?
8 years.
8 years, okay.
Yeah, it's been 8 years.
It sounds like it was new, so...
I know, I need to seriously change it. That's why I was able to even say that, because I moved there wanting new inspiration, a new environment, etc. And then eventually, the downfalls and setbacks and times when I don't feel so inspired, like how I did when I was in New York, happens again. And I'm just like, dang. So it's not really the environment, it's really about what you create wherever you are.
Right.
Some people go through a lot of, whether it's a breakup or they lost somebody or some sort of really bad situation, and they want to get out thinking that it's going to change everything, but that's not, running away from it that way really doesn't solve much.
Was there a particular reason why you decided to leave New York?
Yeah, I wanted to be inspired in a whole new way. It worked for a while, and then it's just oh my God, there was times when I'm just I hate LA. Yeah. But it was that, the weather, because I really could not tolerate winters. Cold. Yeah. So that probably was the two biggest things, But yeah, and just learning that when I don't feel inspired or when I don't feel super positive, it's not a bad thing. I feel like there's this trend going on right now where everybody feels like they need to be high on positivity all the time. That's not realistic,
That's true. But you had to leave your team behind, your close friends, when you moved to a new place.
Yeah.
I think it's a big change. Yeah,
it was a big risk because I honestly did not know many people. I don't actually even know anybody, to be honest.
You just jumped in there.
I just totally did, and I came out to LA for a month to kind of feel the place out, and then when I went back to New Jersey, I was living in New Jersey, and I was like, how do I go back to LA? And then my friend happened to hit me up, and she said, hey, I broke up with my boyfriend, I'm moving into a place and I need a roommate, are you down? I said, yes, down, and I packed all my stuff, and in 2 weeks I was in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. And it's been 10 years since your first album came out.
Yeah, my first international album.
Right. Can we go back in time? Looking back the past decade, you've accomplished a lot. How do you feel about the past 10 years?
I feel.
How do you feel?
I feel.
It's a very big question. I know,
yeah. Well, I feel grateful. That's not really a feeling, but I'm grateful. I think looking back in the last 10 years, there's definitely plenty of lessons. Kind of learned about the things that I truly. Well, I've learned what was really authentic to me and what wasn't.
Right.
Learned about what kind of team I wanted, what kind of people I wanted to surround myself with. Yeah. What kind of music that I truly wanted to embrace and make a part of my journey. There was a lot of experiments. I think one of the biggest lessons that I've learned was that you can really envision or aim for a goal and know what your dream is, but you can't, well, I couldn't really be attached to what it looked like, because you can still get your dream, it just may not necessarily look exactly the way you envisioned it, and that's okay. So
kind of goes back to the quote I just read, that not everything's gonna be like as you envisioned it to be, but it's fine. It's
fine.
Be in the moment, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to inspire people in the world, and what's different is I did not envision being in Japan singing Japanese songs, and I don't even speak Japanese. Like, no way. But that's what when you step back and think about it, I did ask for that. It just looks very different.
Yeah. I mean, you said you learned a lot of lessons. What were some of the most valuable lessons or any advice you can give to any other singers, as someone who has been in the industry for so long, as a powerful, female, and, like you said, coming to Japan and going back and forth to different countries, it's like you're all over the place. It's like, this looks crazy.
Yeah. Crazy good. I think like the most valuable lesson I've learned is to not be afraid of taking risks. I mean, I feel like I've taken risks, but I think risking saying no sometimes. It's very hard for me to say no. And I had to learn the hard way, because the times when I didn't say no, I wasn't happy. I
hear that a lot.
I didn't get the things that I want. Yeah.
The power of being able to say no.
Yeah.
Right?
And this kind of like it's like a delusion, like it's like scared to look crazy, scared people don't like you, scared to be rejected, like all of this rejected, like all of these different really fear. You know what I mean? And once you really get to understand that all that is just a delusion, and it's okay to truly ask for what you want, and if something does get lost from saying no, then it's not meant for you. Because at the end of the day, it's about getting what you want.
Right.
So
I think a lot of artists also kind of fall into like the downward spiral of they feel that they need to say yes to everything, even if it kind of goes against not their will, but like what they really want to do, and then they end up in a position where they don't really know what they're doing. It's all like, I have to do this and I have to do that.
Yeah, you never have to anything, right? Or and you never have to you're not supposed to anything either. But I think that's a part of growth. I think a lot of us go through that similarity. Some of us get it earlier than others. I think it's a matter of really knowing also how to balance when to say yes and no, because sometimes there's a time and place to say no. You know what I mean? I was going to say, one of the things that I learned is that the quality of life, it depends on the quality of your questions. So in that moment, if you want to say no or yes or whatever it is, ask yourself why. Why do I want to say no in this moment? Is it worth it? Is it beneficial? Is it got to do with my ego? Is it truly authentic to me? Blah, blah, blah. So quality of life depends on the quality of your questions. So,
right. I guess soul searching.
I'm not really soul searching. I think it's more of an awareness thing. You know what I mean? Just really being conscious of as many moments as possible. I mean, we're humans. We're not going to catch every moment. They say, be present, be present. There's no way I'm going to be present every single second of the day. But if you're able to, as much as possible, I feel like it's really going to affect the decisions and choices in your life. So. Right.
Yeah. Being aware is what it all comes down to, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice. Well, fast forward to the present, and your latest single, Destiny, has been out, and it's getting a lot of heat because it was used in a drama called Reverse. Yes. You went on set, I heard.
I did.
And how was that?
It was cute.
It was cute.
It was cute. I met the actors, and they're really small in real life. I was just like, damn.
Like physically, like.
Yes, like I felt like a giant compared to them. But they were
heels probably.
Maybe, but still, regardless,
They
like
didn't
they
have
were
heels
just
on.
no,
Yeah.
but they were still really tiny. But they were really cute, and the set was really, you know, I was like, oh my god, I'm on the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun. It's always fun to check out the set of
Right.
like dramas, you know? Yeah.
Also, the album artwork for the single Destiny, it's very interesting. It has two
sides
of you, black background, white background, covering eyes, and is there like a meaning behind that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about me. I think everybody has both sides. So I'm just symbolizing all of us. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like in Japan, people are very used to the Chanel that's like kawaii, and I'm always in a white dress, and it's long, and you know, I'm supposedly this cute like Setsunai girl.
Love song princess.
Yeah, you know, and that's cool. I mean, I have that side of me, but you know, there's a whole other side of me too that is just, you know, ready to be shared.
Right. And this new album's gonna drop very, very soon. Do you think you showed that new side that we haven't seen yet?
I feel like Destiny brought that out. I feel like people who have come to my concerts have seen that side. People who have interviewed me. My fans haven't completely seen it.
I haven't seen nothing.
So this album and this single is definitely like, yeah, it's like the new avenue.
Right. Also, going back to the previous question about the drama, do you watch dramas on your free time or movies?
I do.
Right.
I do.
You do.
Like right now I'm watching American Crime, which is the 3rd season. It's amazing. I love it.
It's amazing on the 3rd season.
Yes.
Because usually they start
Right?
slowing down.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a TV series that's been good after the 2nd season.
You mean in Japan? Or
Yeah,
in America?
No, in America.
Really? You don't watch Scandal? Or How to Get Away with Murder?
No, I don't watch that.
Or Breaking Bad?
I'm more like a Broad City.
Broad City?
You know Broad City?
No.
Oh, you should watch it.
That's a TV series?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more like funny comedy, not like solving mysteries.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Scandal is hot. It's just like so good. You know, How to Get Away with Murder is another show. Like all of Shonda Rhimes' stuff I love. You know, I was into Dexter at one point, and that was something that eventually kind of fizzled out for me. But yeah, so I guess I do watch dramas.
Well, dramas and films. Have you been so inspired by something that you actually like started to write songs based on?
Have I? I'm sure I have. Let me think about a movie that I watched. Collateral Beauty.
Collateral Beauty. What's it about?
You gotta watch it.
I'll watch
Smith
it.
is in it. Will Smith is in it, and it's a story about finding beauty in something that seems so damaging and so like as if it's the end of the world. You know, I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but
Seeking beauty in chaos or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
yeah,
I like that concept.
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch it.
yeah, that was an inspiring movie.
Right. You also said that you like to explore as an artist. Yeah. So for this new album, did you go out of your comfort zone? So you told us about showing the new side with Destiny, but have you tried anything new, experimented with new sounds, or like what can you expect from this new album?
I mean, for the past 2 years, I mean, I haven't released anything for the last 2 years because I went back home and, you know, my deal with Universal was over because I finished all of my albums.
The term was, yeah.
And I was asked if I wanted to continue, and I said no. Because I didn't want to continue what I was doing. I felt like I hit a plateau, and it felt like kind of like this.
It was kind of,
and it was no longer like this.
right.
So I said no, and I went home and started from scratch. And I found a producer who I felt can spend hours with me figuring out a different sound that I felt was authentic to me. And we did that, you know, we had a lot of fun. I really didn't I didn't really know what was going to happen. I was just like, let me just do music that I feel really connected to in a different way and put it out somehow. And then Universal hit me up and they were like, I heard you doing some new music. And I said, I don't know if you're gonna like it. So I sent it to them and they liked it, and this drama came up, the reverse drama, The Opportunity, which was amazing. And from there, it allowed for us to create a hybrid album. And
hybrid meaning?
Hybrid meaning it was supposed to just be a licensed album of all the songs that I did back home. But because I got an opportunity to do Destiny, you know,
tie up with the drama, so
yeah,
switch some songs.
Yeah, so well, not even necessarily switch songs. We created new songs, you know, that matched the rest of the songs that I have been working on. So that was interesting, and I like interesting, and I like new, and I like out the box, and I like never been done before. So, yeah.
So the fans will see a different side of you, like we just said.
Absolutely.
Right.
I think so.
And last question, what's next for Chanel?
What's next for Chanel? This you know, the rest of this year, going into the next year, it's album after album. I have another international album coming out.
Exciting.
And so there's going to be a lot of shows, a lot of, you know, performing, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, just really just basking in the new sound, you know, just really embracing all that I've created and sharing it. Yeah.
Yes. So the new album comes out June 14th. Destiny. Get it. It's going to be available on AWA. So, yes. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of your stage.
I will.
Thank you.